Hey guys, Full Carts here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York. Today I have a box of premium Bleu Blanc and Rouge from President's Choice from 2018. They previously did have in 2017 the blue and white, which would have been the Leafs box. That box had a few more cards. I believe they had 10 base cards and some 10 memorabilia cards. I think this one actually has fewer base cards. I think it has 5 base cards, premium base cards if you will, and then some 7 game-used memorabilia cards and auto cards. The ones that we know about, of course, are the paper cut cards. There are also assigned seating cards, and then there's some other ones which are game-used memorabilia cards. So that's it. That's more or less this situation. This box cost 169 American dollars. I believe it initially cost $230, and I think in Canada it cost it probably still costs $240, and you can see there are only 100 cases, and i.e. 1,000 boxes made, and this is number 363, and then you see the cards that should be included. Let's go through it. So we should see stuff like Jacques Lemaire and Larry Robinson and Claude Larose and Pierre Mondou, and if you're really lucky, a Steve Shutt and or a Guy Lafleur. And here we go, guys. This is quite the unveiling. I don't usually do these high-end boxes, so I'm kind of stoked about it. So there you go, and we have a La Violette right there at the top of the box. So it's padded. Again, $169 US, down from some $230. You could have the bulging net cards, although I don't appear to have one. Hopefully I have something excellent nonetheless. So let's go through it, guys. A lot of styrofoam. And we would expect paper cuts, cards, not the actual physical bruising of my skin, and we shall expect other things. So here are our base cards. We'll start with our base cards. I don't really know how to do this properly. So we have La Violette, Jack La Violette. We have Guy Lapointe, who of course played many seasons with the Habs. I believe he also might have been on St. Louis. We have George Hainsworth, old school goaltender. We have Newsy Lalonde. So we have some really nice premium base cards here. We also have Dickie Moore, an old school Dickie Moore. And then we go on to our next batch, which would probably be our paper cuts. So these are, there we go. This is what they look like. This is what the back look like. And it has a little description. Very nice. Okay, so here are our paper cuts. Wow, this is exciting. I got Mats Naslund. And then I got Yvon Cournoyer. And then I got Jacques Lemaire. Wow, I'm getting pretty decent ones. These are all very good. We're getting captains. Wow, what else do we get here? Gump Worsley. I got a Gump Worsley. These are really nice ones. I've been very fortunate thus far. And then I have something else which is different, and it's a blue seat. Just to be clear, in the old Montreal Forum, there were blue seats, there were white seats, and there were red seats. Of course, now they have grays and all this other stuff. The blue are the most common. I believe for these, they're of 12, while the whites are perhaps of 10 or 8. I'm not sure. We shall see. And the reds, I believe, are of 5. So this one would be of 12. And so it's a assigned seat, and it's Phil Goyette. Phil Goyette. Very quickly, if you want to know who Phil Goyette, he played many years in the NHL. I believe he played from 1957 to 1972. And he played with the Rangers as well as the Habs. He started his career with the Habs, but then he played with the Rangers, and he even played with St. Louis and Buffalo. We're talking about someone who played 7 years with the Habs in some 375 games. So let's see the back of this. I don't know if I can, pardon me, I'm going to try to cover the other card so it's a surprise. And we can see the back of it, of the assigned seat. And it's number 1 of 12, so I got the first one. I believe the paper cuts are probably more common, but as I said, there's only 100 cases, so 1,000 boxes. So no matter So the print run of these is probably something simple like, is it 100 or I don't know what it says in terms of the actual print run of the paper cuts. You guys can go ahead and look that stuff up. I know the commons, the high-end commons are basically up until 100. I'm pretty sure those, whether they're numbered or not, these bad boys, oh, they are in fact numbered, so you can see. And very quickly, I'm going through these again just to show you. But 53, 53, so all of these would be 53 of the 100 run. Okay, so what's interesting about, so this is a piece of the Montreal Forum seat, the blues which were up top at the old Montreal Forum, and I got 1 of 12, so which is a great number to get. It's always cool to get the number 1 or the last one. So let's see beyond this one what I got. Oh, and this is, wow, it's a Mark Recchi tape job. I got a Mark Recchi tape job. And so that also has a piece of stick in there. Really nice. Really cool. So there's also bulging twine, which is a piece of net that you could potentially get. And this one is numbered 7 of 10. So there's only 10 of these, and I got the Mark Recchi. And we have one more card left. It's a game-used glove. And the game-used glove is, whoa, we got an Aurel Joliat game-used glove. Wow. Wow. Only numbered to 5. Aurel Joliat, who's one of my favorite historical players, one of the best players to ever play in the game. Oh, wow. So I'm going to quickly give you a gander at Aurel Joliat's history, just because you're curious. He was actually born in 1901, and you might remember him skating on the ice during one of their old-timers game in Montreal, and I believe he came out when he was like 80 or something and began skating, and he might have even tripped and fell down. You can find that YouTube video. But back in that day, in the 1920s when he played, there were only he only played like 40 games. I think a full season was 48 in the 30s. But he was pretty much a goal a game or half a goal a game kind of guy. Certainly a point a game back in the day. Wow, this is unbelievable. This is really, really cool. I'm really stoked, and I got the Gump Worsley. If you're wondering about Gump Worsley, I believe he played a lot of places, maybe even in Minnesota and other places. I think he played with the Rangers. I think his rookie year was with the Rangers, but late in his career, he played with the North Stars, and he played 10 years with the Habs and had played some 580 some odd games. So I seem to have gotten a good lot of cards. You know, you're trying to avoid the Guillaume Latendresses, I guess, or the Patrice Brisebois. But I'm going to go over these one more time with you guys. I'm really excited. I just don't buy premium products like this, so it's really, really exciting for me. So here we are again. So I got Dickie Moore. I got Newsy Lalonde, I got George Hainsworth, and I got Guy Lapointe, and I got Jack Laviolette. And they're all numbered 53 of 100. So I'll look up the George Hainsworth just to give you an idea. I do have his Pauline Candy rookie card. I think it's a rookie card. Perhaps it's deemed a rookie card. One from 1924, because I do have that set. But George Hainsworth played in the 1920s and 30s when it was 44 games a season, again 48 games a season. And so he played 8 years with the Habs, and he actually played 4 years with the Leafs, I believe in the mid to late 30s. So that's who you're looking at in terms of George Hainsworth. And I guess I'll look up one more. I'll look up Newsy Lalonde to tell you his history a bit, because it's so interesting. So Newsy Lalonde, he played in the teens. So you will find, I think he has his Imperial Tobacco card you'll find in the teens of Newsy Lalonde. But he played for 5 years, I believe, with the Habs, some 98 games. And one season he put up 37 goals and 10 assists in 23 games. So that's how good Newsy Lalonde was. Really, when you're looking for cards, the Imperial Tobacco cards pre-war, the 1910, 11, or 11, 12, what you'd be looking for is the Newsy Lalonde and the George Vizina. Those would be the cards you'd want. So these are the base, and you can see with that little tilt of it that they actually sort of protrude a bit. So that's basically it. I'll go through our hits one more time just because they are absolutely fascinating to me. And I'm so excited about this product. It's so much fun to purchase it. So here we go again. I got a Jacques Lemaire paper cut, numbered, oops, not numbered as I said. I got the Yvon Cournoyer paper cut. I got the Mats Naslund paper cut. And I got the Gump Worsley paper cut, which is really awesome. All pretty sort of decent name ones. In terms of our hits, I got the Phil Goyette Blue Seat. Oops, little box popped in the background. The Phil Goyette assigned seat, and that one would actually be the 1 of 12. I got this Mark Recchi tape job with a piece of stick, and this one is numbered 7 of 10. And lastly, my real hit of the box, which is really awesome. I got an Aurel Joliat piece of the glove. It's a game-used glove. There's only 5 of them. I hit number 2 of 5. So not a bad box, not a bad break. So that would happen to be the box of the Montreal Canadiens President Choice Bleu, Blanc et Rouge for $169, down from some $230. I would happen to be Fulton Cars Lavender from Brooklyn, New York.